So hey guys, and welcome to MCGamerCZ Weekly. Today I want to talk about a few things yet again, and thing number one is Sunday. And by Sunday I mean, well, yesterday. So yesterday I was incapable of doing anything, and that's because I had real low blood pressure yet again. And that's something that I struggle with every time I lose weight, and recently I've lost some weight, and every now and then I just have low blood pressure throughout the entire day. I'm dizzy and I can't push myself to do anything. You know, sometimes it normalizes as the day goes on, but other times, like yesterday, I just have low blood pressure the entire day. I'm dizzy, I'm sleepy, and anytime I stand up from a chair, I feel like I'm gonna fall back down. So I just want to say sorry for not doing a story contest video and also not streaming. And that's probably enough about that. Let's move on to thing number two. So first of all, this week is awesome because we have a 4-day weekend. We have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I don't know if that's a thing all around the world, but here in Czech Republic, we have a 4-day weekend. And why should I be interested in that, you may ask? Well, you should, because this week is gonna be really content heavy. I want to do an absolute truck ton of stuff this weekend. I want to get my guides up to date, I want to stream, I want to do the glaive stances video, which is the last stance video before they release more melee weapons, and I also want to start my frame spotlight playlist and do the first video. So as I've said already, this weekend is going to be packed full of content. Now while I'm talking about content, let's talk about the videos that I want to do before the weekend. So what I decided to do this week before the weekend is to revisit old frames that I already did builds for and either update them if they're either slightly out of date or I've added more forma and figured out how to do things better, or show you some alternative builds for them. And some examples that I have in mind are a Total Eclipse Mirage, Raw Rhino, and an updated Exalted Blade Excalibur build. And those are just some examples, I have more of them, alright? Now on top of that, Barakateer is coming back this week, so of course there will be a Barakateer video on Friday, and once that is done, the craziness will begin. And with that said, let's move on to thing number 3, which will be the final thing today, and that's the upcoming Mag rework, and oh boy does it look good! So if you haven't watched DEVSTREAM 71, I will put a link in the description so you can watch it, but they've shown us the new and improved Mag. Now this was a development build, so things may change, but oh my goodness, it looks really good. Now if you don't want to watch the entire stream, I'm gonna give you sort of a TLDR version. So ability number 1 is still pull, it works like it used to, it's still awesome. Ability number 2 is not shield polarized, but it's bullet attractor or magnetize or whatever they're gonna call it, and it's kind of a mix between the old bullet attractor and Nyx's chaos. So if you use it on an enemy, it will place a magnetized chaos bubble on them that absorbs all projectiles. Which is awesome in and of itself, because it, well, destroys enemy projectiles, so it can be a really good defensive ability. However, after a while, this bubble will collapse, and it will deal damage based on the damage absorbed by it. Now this also synergizes with pull, because enemies affected by this ability will take more damage from pull, and it also synergizes with shield polarize, which is Mag's third ability now. Now shield polarize kind of works the same, but in a different way. So it still mashes enemy shields and deals damage based on the amount of shields you have destroyed, but it's now a wave of polarization rather than it affecting everything within a certain radius. However, after the rework, shield polarize is gonna work on armor as well. Yes! So if you use shield polarize on a unit that has a lot of armor, it's gonna place a permanent armor reduction debuff on them. That is awesome! Now on top of that, it synergizes with Bullet Attractor or Magnetize, because when you shield polarize a unit that has a lot of armor, that armor is literally gonna fall off. It will create shards of that armor, which can be absorbed by Bullet Attractor or Magnetize, and it will increase the damage it does once the bubble collapses. This is ridiculously good, because a good mag in a Void run may completely replace Corrosive Projection, which means we can use some different auras in the Void. That is awesome. Now Crush looked pretty much the same in the stream, so I don't know if they changed anything with that, but Mag is probably getting a new passive. Now in the stream they did say that this is not final and they don't know how they feel about it, but right now when you bullet jump with Mag, you're gonna vacuum loot. And that's pretty much it for the Mac rework and for this video. So I thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.